why is Donovan Mitchell not staying in Cleveland? And before you answer that, Will, just so you know, LeBron James played 11 seasons in Cleveland. Let's put that on.
I mean, well, Bron is from there. So I think he had like incentive to want to be in Cleveland. But look, where there's smoke, there's fire. I think it's just too many rumors about Donovan Mitchell not wanting to stay there long term. So I could definitely see him holding out in terms of he's not going to sign a new deal. And then the Cavs, I think, after this season, I believe Mitchell has like a player option. I think that they're going to have to make a decision. Do you want to, next season. So do you want to hold him and try to go on a run and possibly lose him for nothing? Or do you trade him to get something back for a player of Donovan Mitchell's level? But I don't think he's there long term. Like, that's just my gut feeling.
Right.
But what do they do if they trade Donovan Mitchell, though?
Like, say it again?
What do they do if they trade Donovan Mitchell? Where do the Cavs go? Like, why would they not try to keep going all in with Donovan Mitchell, a top 15 player in the league?
Because casual, you can't go somewhere with somebody that wants to get out the car.
But how do we truly know he wants to get out of the car and that's just not
right. Okay, wait. So then casuals. Okay, so then go sign like a new contract. Then I'm sure Cleveland offered him some. So go.
They don't have to do it right now.
Why not?
Like a year or two.
Why wait?
Why? They got 2 years left, bro. They got 2 years.
I mean, no one's signing a contract 2 years early unless he's like on a rookie deal and you're trying to finesse like the cap or anything. Like no one's signing a contract 2 years in advance.
And with the young crew that they got a much better upside than a lot of other teams in the league. A lot of other teams. So before he gets on that crew, they're a playing team. He gets on that team last year. They're a top 5 seed in the East. This season, they're a top 2 seed in the East. So they're clearly getting better. And on top of that, they have his bird rights. So if they do extend him, he can make the most money there. So I don't understand why he would want to leave there. One, in terms of money. Two, in terms of building a team that can compete for a championship. There's no reason for him to leave.
I'm just saying, chill. Like it is a lot of reason for him to stay. Money incentives, even winning incentives too. He got younger guys around him, and he's actually the man on that team. But it's like when you got Pat Riley, that's you?
Mm-hmm.
Brooklyn, New York. Yeah. Oh, LeBron and AD. They want me to come to the palm trees and beautiful women, amazing nightlife. I get endorsements. I get this. I get that. How do you turn down Los Angeles?
How does Donovan Mitchell get to New York? You have to. What are you trading, Julius Randle? Like, how does Donovan Mitchell?
Everybody just assumes that New York is where he'd end up, but I don't really think. I don't know like what they have to offer, especially after giving up RJ and Emmanuel quickly.
Exactly. Like I'm Cleveland. Why would I want Julius Randle?
Yeah, but then okay, you have to look at it like this. Okay, let's say next season comes, he still hasn't signed something. Now it's like you're panicking because you don't want to lose him for nothing. So I think like once that contract starts to run down, you usually don't get as much back as you would have if he had multiple years.
Well, what's the worst case
scenario? Like the Cavs would like, but the thing is, if you really know he's going to leave, then you just have to trade him when he's expiring because you can't punt on a team that you have right now when he still has 2 years left. You're just giving up because they trade Donovan Mitchell. I don't know what they can get in return other than draft picks to like help them win now. Then you're leaving them with Jared Allen, Garland, Mobley, kind of like the 2021 team. It's like a 7 seed in the East. It's like 8 seed.
And on top of that, if they go deep into the playoffs, why would we not continue to build on what we already have right now? I mean, if we're going to lose Donovan Mitchell, what do the Knicks have to give us? Because just so you know, we gave up 4 1s for Donovan Mitchell and Markkanen to Utah. So if we giving up Donovan Mitchell, don't think we handed him over to the Knicks for a bucket of extra crispy and a 6-pack. They're going to have to empty that roster in order to give. They're going to have to come up with something substantial to get Donovan Mitchell. And the same logic goes for the Lakers or any other team that's interested in Donovan Mitchell. Any of those other teams, including the Miami Heat.
Nah, like, I don't think that it's just the Knicks. I just think any big market team, I think it would be tempting for him to go there. That's all. Like, and as I said, there's too many rumors. Usually, I feel like players would come out and they would shut that down if they really are happy, but he's not. So why not? And I think actions speak louder than words anyway. So until I see him sign an extension with the Cavaliers, I'm going to always be in that mindset that this is probably not where he's thinking long-term is where he wants to be.
I think that's a conversation for next year. He still has multiple years left. That's a conversation for next year.
I hear what you're saying, Will. I just don't like the idea of, like the last thing you said, like shutting down rumors. You know what I'm saying? Like when players don't address rumors, I personally, like, I don't look at that as a big deal at all. You know what I mean?
Why not?
I don't think so.
Because
either.
like I don't feel like
right.
you need to address the media or things like that, especially it's the middle of the season. I got things to focus on. I'm riding with my boys. I don't need you know what I'm saying. If anything, we're ignoring the rumors, especially if they're not true. If it's not true, I don't got no time for that. Like that's just my personal.
And how do we know, Big Ox, that Donovan Mitchell isn't happy? This could very well be something that the media conjured up to make it seem like he's not unhappy. I make it seem like he's unhappy in Cleveland. I've never heard him say, yeah, this is just a pit stop. I heard Chris Webber say that it was a pit stop when he was in Sacramento. Turns out he ended up staying there. But I know when guys are not happy, and Donovan Mitchell has yet to say that I'm not happy here. We're talking about the same dude who was in Utah for 5 years. It wasn't like he came from Los Angeles or Miami or Cleveland. He was in Utah. So
that's a fact.
I think you got enjoys being a Cav. I mean, as a Cavs fan, he always tweets out #let him know. I mean, do you want him to come out and say, I'm a Cav for life, I'm for sure re-signing in 2020? I don't think so. And I think you
end up like Kyrie Irving that way.
And that could bite a player in the behind. Remember when Kyrie's like, oh, I'm a Celtic for the future or whatever. He said that. And then he ended up leaving. Like, that's more often than not, that just ends up biting in the behind and looking like a cold take in the future.
Right.
So actually, the question: if the Cavs don't end up, let's say this season, going that deep in the postseason, do you think that the noise gets louder? Let's say they get knocked out in like the second round.
Of course it does.
But the noise is all media narrative, though. It's all like the media and fans saying, oh, Donovan Mitchell's leaving. But none of it is from Donovan Mitchell, though. It's all just us chatting.
Okay, fine. So then how come we're not hearing like any reports about like Darius Garland like wanting to leave or any of the other?
Why would he want to leave?
No, what I'm saying is, why is the focus then on Donovan Mitchell?
Because he's the best player on the team.
When he was in Utah and then he came to Cleveland, like that was already like, oh, isn't he from? Am I mistaken? Is he like from the New York area?
Yeah, he's from Westchester County.
Yeah, because Darius Garland is tied down till 2028. That's why.
Yeah, I think that was a rumor when he got initially traded like 2 years ago. Like that was just the rumor. Again, this would be a better conversation for a year when he's like on the expiring, and then we get to see the postseason run. I think it's a bit too early to forecast whether Mitchell is going to leave, and I don't want to hear that. Because I don't want the Cavs to be bad. Like
even if they did get knocked out in the second round, that's an improvement from last year, Will, which they'll build on, which means that we're getting closer to where we're trying to go. I mean, they go from being in the play-in to making the playoffs last year to now being a semifinal team. I don't think there's anybody that thinks that the Cavs can win the NBA championship. I think that their ceiling is the Eastern Conference Finals this year. If they got past the Eastern Conference Finals this year, I would be blown away by that. I don't think that they're an NBA Finals team. But for them to make it to the semifinals and be in a dogfight series with whomever, end up in a 6-7 game series, that's definitely something to build on. And I don't think that your best player is looking at that going, man, this team isn't going anywhere. With a bunch of 25 and 24-year-olds, he's absolutely looking at this group going, yo, we getting close. Let's keep building on this.
And he's the man, too. Like
on top of that,
the man.
No,
he's not like going to go to the Lakers and be a second or third option. He's the man.
No, like that's fair. And I'm not saying that he
40-year-old
definitely going to.
Why do I want to do that? Wow.
But I just think that we gotta admit that there is that possibility. And to me, you guys are saying that, okay, him coming out and let's say clearing up rumors, it doesn't really mean anything. But I think it does do a lot for that unit. So that now people don't have to necessarily always be talking about it. And now that's not a discussion point. It's just like we can focus on the basketball versus the media focusing on or getting questions on what Donovan Mitchell's future is going to be. I'm not saying that he has to come out and say that he's a Cavalier for life. We could be like, yo, like this is where I'm at and I'm happy here and I'm not like looking to leave at the time or whatever. Just something to just quiet it for right now. But he doesn't do any of that.
It's the player choice way. Yeah, them boys don't get it started. The player choice way. Yeah, the player choice way. Come and switch lanes into the player choice way.